You're listening to Dave Bedford on the Liverpool Podcast. Richard Starkey, better known as Ringo Starr, was born in the Dingle and was a member of an Orange Lodge family. They would march with the band from Peel Hall on the corner of Peel Street and Park Road, and Ringo even learned to play the accordion. His parents divorced when he was only 3, and his mum Elsie didn't remarry until he was 13. He was an only child. Being the only Beatle with no mixed religious marriage, he was under a different religious influence from the others. Elsie's best friend was Annie Maguire, who lived opposite the Starkeys in Madron Street. Annie was a Roman Catholic. However, in the spirit of ecumenism, Elsie and Annie never fought over religion. Elsie was Orange Lodge, Ringo went to St Silas. Annie was Roman Catholic, her daughter Mary, Ringo's childhood friend, went to Mount Carmel. The two families celebrated each other's religious days, St Patrick's Day and the 12th of July. Ringo, therefore, never grew up with some of the religious intolerance around him. During his childhood, Ringo nearly died twice. Once, aged 7, he was rushed to hospital when his appendix burst, and he nearly died 2 or 3 times. However, his recovery was so good that his granddad nicknamed him Lazarus. When he was 13, he contracted TB and was seriously ill for a long time, but again, he recovered. Ringo had joined his fellow Beatles in Rishikesh with the Maharishi, but never fully immersed himself in the teachings. His religious tolerance was tested when he married his Liverpool-born girlfriend Maureen Cox. She was a Catholic, and the strain of deciding which denomination their marriage should take place under, and which way any children would be baptised, affected Ringo. He couldn't understand what the fuss was all about. If they loved each other, where was the problem? In his solo years, after many years of physical abuse like drugs and alcohol, he cleaned himself up, and a new revitalised Ringo started to concentrate on the theme of peace and love. He would use that phrase wherever he went, and reflected this in many of his songs and albums, like Choose Love. Now in his 70th year, Ringo has just declared that he has found God. He quit smoking and cocaine and alcohol and cleansed himself. I feel the older I get, he stated, the more I'm learning to handle life. Being on this quest for a long time, it's all about finding yourself. For me, God is in my life. I don't hide from that. I think the search has been on since the 1960s. I stepped off the path there for many years, but I found my way back onto it. Thank God. Peace and love, says Ringo, and choose love.